Hello everyone. So Ancient Freelancer got a big new update today that we've been all waiting for, that being that the Financier Mission got finally added into the stable game of Ancient Freelancer. Now, the update log only says that it was the Financier, but I noticed that there were multiple things that were added. Now, before the video starts, please subscribe to the channel as we're about at 800 subscribers soon. Anyway, the first new thing we got alongside the Financier Mission is new contact network perks. We got 5 training points, meaning we can upgrade our character to level 30 now. We got 2 operative slots, meaning we can now have 5 operatives instead of the usual 3 that we had before. We also got loadout slots and armory slots. We got new items and weapon mods, as well as item modifications. Now, the first new item that we got is custom holsters, which basically just allow you to conceal larger weapons. The first new weapon mod that we got is the compensator, which is an attachment for your pistols, which is just like a muzzle, which just lowers recoil for your pistols. We got an item mod being improved medicine, which is a medkit mod that increases the amount of health restored, which I can imagine helps enormously for loud combat since you can only take 1 medkit to missions. We got a lookout suppressor, which is a suppressor designed for shotguns, meaning if you want to suppress your shotgun, you can do that by putting a lookout suppressor on it. We got a 480 MCS short grip that makes it easier to conceal, and we got a link suppressor, which is just an improved pistol suppressor. So if you don't like the budget suppressor, you can use the link suppressor, which is better, but it costs more. The money cap also now got increased from $250,000 to $500,000, so you can now have $250,000 more than before. So let's take a look at the contact network unlocks. We now get custom holsters, which allow you to take more bulky weapons to missions and keep them concealed. We also got an item mod for the medkit, which is improved medicine, which restores 10% more health than normally. Now for weapon mods, the K45 got 2 new attachments, that being the link suppressor and the compensator. I looked at the link suppressor before and it didn't really have anything new except look different, as you can tell here. It still sounds the same as the budget suppressor, but has, I think, lower detection range. For the compensator, it lowers the pistol recoil. I'll show a comparison in a second. Now the last 2 weapon mods we got are for the 480 MCS, that being the lookout suppressor, which is a suppressor for the shotgun, and short grip. I compared the normal shotgun to the shotgun with lookout suppressor and short grip, but I didn't really notice anything new about them. Looking at the missions are now arranged in difficulty instead of its release date, meaning the deposit is easier than the Financier, so it comes first and before the Financier. Going back to the Financier Mission now got a bunch of new challenges ever since the last time I covered it. There's now 120 credibility that you can earn from completing these challenges. Also, a new thing that we haven't seen before is alarming weapons, which basically just means if you join the mission with visible weapons, the mission will start off in loud. But if your weapons are concealed, it will stay on stealth. There are a few new things I haven't covered in my last video about the Financier, which I will do in this video. On the first floor you can find Quincy's apartment, which is Ryan Ross's personal bodyguard. It is indicated by this metal doorknob, which is not found on any other door. Once you break in, you can find mail on her countertop. Search that, and you can actually call Quincy and distract her, which will be important later on. You can also search through a computer to get the alarm code, which is also a new feature. Heading upstairs, there's actually 2 ways to disable the power. The first way is to just kill the power boxes, which we all know is the classic way to turn off the power. But now, there's a new method to turning off the power. Looking around, you can find a keypad around the building. I found it there behind the door, and basically, you can avoid all the power boxes as long as you have the code which we got from the computer, which is 9138. Of course, it's always going to be different. Now, once you open the door, you have to disable it. And just like that, you disabled the alarm without ever touching the power boxes. Now, once you talk to him, the option to follow him is actually grayed out with bodyguard nearby. So if you want him to follow you, you actually have to take out Quincy, meaning you have to call her and knock her out. I will do that real quick, which will make her go to her own room. Once you take her out, she will not follow Ryan anymore, and you can actually tell Ryan to follow you. Once that is done, you can talk to Ryan to make him follow you, and the rest is easy. Also, one thing I forgot to mention about playing the Financier on loud is that you can rewire the keypad for the panic room to speed it up a bit. Anyway, that's it with this video. If I missed anything in this update, please let me know in the comments below. I'll probably do a video on the challenges in a future video, so be on the lookout for that. If you watch my content regularly but haven't subscribed yet, please do so, as I put in a lot of effort into making these videos. And with that, goodbye.